Okay, team, starting out today in this child's pose, it feels so nice. So take a little time with your hips sinking down to your heels, your forehead down on something. And if it doesn't come all the way down to your forearms, no problem. Maybe stack up your forearms and stack your head on there. See if that will help you. The idea is we want to let go of the head and just completely let the neck relax. And let's take some breathing time here, just transition time. Yeah. Giving yourself some minutes, some space, just to step away from whatever's happening in the world outside of this moment. Whatever's happening in your world, all your roles, and all your many, many facets. See if you could allow all of that to just pause. Just press pause on that and just be fully here, noticing how you feel in this moment. Okay, as you breathe deeply, see if you could expand your inhales even into the back of your body, into your ribs. And allow your exhales to be nice and complete, right? Cleaning those lungs out fully with those exhales. And so we'll just keep breathing deeply for a few minutes. Close your eyes and get comfortable. See if you could notice your body relaxing a little more with each moment. Notice if you have some tension around your shoulders. See if you could kind of loosen up your shoulder blades and let them kind of fall off your back out to the sides. Allow your armpits to kind of open up to the floor here, spreading the chest a little closer. And as we spend more time here and you settle in, you're going to notice things get a little softer in the posture. Big inhales. And big exhales. And when we breathe deeply like this, making that loud breath sound in your ear, practicing your ujjayi breath, it's a warming breath. And so it's really going to prepare your body for movement, for wellness. Let's take one final breath in here. And one big, huge exhale, cleaning out your lungs. And as you're ready, yogis, we're coming up and out. So pull yourself up to hands and knees. And we'll start off in a little tabletop position here, getting nice and warm. So we're going to get the right leg out behind, bend the knee, and point that right toe up at the sky. So take a moment just to feel this position. You want your fingers spread wide, okay? Really strong push against the floor. We want the hips nice and level too. So notice if the right hip tends to lift, that you make sure to set it back down so it's level with the left hip, okay? And the right knee is gonna lift a bit, but it can't really lift that much. So just keep it right there. And just like we're doing cat-cow back extension and flexion, add that back extension here by pulling back on your hands. Take a big breath in, and it's just like we're doing a cow pose, arching your spine. Think of moving that right toe toward the back of your head, okay? Of course, it won't touch unless you're a circus performer, so don't worry about how close it gets. And then with your exhale, pull that right knee in to your nose. Strong push, strong spinal flexion. See if you could touch the nose or get it close. Let's do that again. Inhale, spinal extension. Pull your heart forward into cow pose and send that toe towards your head. Exhale, push the floor, cat pose, knee to nose. Okay, let's take a few more like this. It should feel nice. It's a nice wake up for your spine. Nice wake up for your back and your belly muscles too. Let's do maybe 3 more like this, okay? Okay, opening up the front of the body, the back, big stretch when you flex and round. Okay, maybe this next time you pull the knee to the nose. So knee to nose, just hold it there. We're gonna play around a little bit, little playful balancing. So try this. See if you could bend the left knee. That's the grounded knee, okay? So you're holding this right knee crunched to your nose, keep that, but also bend the left knee and point the left toes up at the sky. Okay, it's a funky shape. Just try it. See if you could then spread those right fingers really wide and reach forward with the left hand. So you're balancing here on the right hand and the left knee. So just be playful. Try it a couple times. If it works, great. If it doesn't, amazing. One more breath. Bring it down to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. I'm going to get us off our hands and knees for a bit. Toes are tucked. Lift your hips here. We're going to walk the hands back to the feet and just take a moment to hang. Shake your head. We're going to sway and bend the knees here. So just really gentle, kind of ragdoll action here. You're going to take a few breaths, so just kind of get comfortable. If your legs feel tight, don't worry. Just bend your knees a little more and maybe just your fingertips touch the ground, okay? But I want you to cultivate a sense of hanging in the spine, okay? Your chest is down by your knees. And also a spreading in the backs of the legs and spreading across your back. Okay, we'll be back here for another round soon. But for now, square your feet off under your hips. Make your legs very parallel with each other. And we're going to roll it up. Press into your heels. Inhale. Start to contract all the muscles on the back of your body to roll yourself upright. We're going to think of stretching open the heart here, maybe looking up as you stretch up high. Then exhale, we're going to bring it all the way back down. So you can bend your knees, hinging at your hips. Think of bringing it all the way back down to the floor. You can bend your knees, of course, and let that head hang. Let's do that 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, push into your heels. The back body pulls you up. Think of the front body kind of spreading open. And with your exhale, think of the front body contracting and pulling you down with control. The back body stretching. Okay, moving with control. 1 more time. Just like that. Inhale up. Should feel nice. Gentle movement. Then exhale down. Okay, once you're back down, palms on the floor, walk those hands forward. And coming back to hands and knees. So now we'll do the same little tail on the other side. So your left leg makes the little tail here. I call it cat tail, cow tail, because it reminds me of a cat cow, but with a tail. So the hips are level. So try to keep the left hip level with the right. Keep your upper body strong here. We want a lot of upper body activity. So with your inhale, cow tail, pull your heart forward, and pull your tail towards your head. Okay. Exhale, knee to nose. And we're going to take a handful more like this. So just go ahead and find a little rhythm of your own. Inhale, cowtail. Exhale, cattail. See if you could find the fullest range of motion of your spine. Find a nice full arch, a full extension, and a nice round, a nice flexion. Okay, so the next time we come into that spinal flexion, the knee to nose, hold it here, and let's just enjoy it. First of all, it's a great stretch for your back, right? So enjoy that. Keep that left knee lifting, and then we're going to bend the right knee, which is the grounded knee. Try to point the toes up too. If everything's going well, spread those left fingers, and reach the right hand forward. Maybe just one right finger on the floor, sometimes helpful, or sometimes you can float. Who knows? Okay, try it for maybe one more breath here. And then come down slowly. We'll get off your knees again, tuck your toes, lift your hips, hands walk back to feet. Shake it off. Again, shake your head out, hang your spine, bend your knees. So I want you to think here of just being really loose and hangy, like your muscles are just kind of just enough to hold you up. And then parallel those feet again, ground into your heels. Inhale, roll it up, come on up. Lift your hands here. Go ahead and interlace your fingers and stretch your palms up to the sky. We're going to take a little side bending here. So keep your belly strong into your spine. And with your exhale, think of reaching out to one side. So reaching through your hands rather than just leaning, right? Actively reaching. With your inhale, bring it back up through center. Maybe you add a little tiny lift of your chest here. We're going to go over to the other side. Okay, so exhale here. Reach your hands out to the other side. Big side stretch. Inhale here, bring it all the way back up to center. Exhale, hinge and bring it all the way down. Nice. Palms are down here. We're going to walk the hands forward. And come into a downward facing dog. So rather than a plank where your shoulders are over your wrists, you're going to press your shoulders back toward the back of your space. So your tailbone points up in the sky. And let's take some time here in downward facing dog. Okay. If it's a bit much to extend your knees right now, no problem. You're just going to keep your knees bendy. Okay. And in general, you want to cultivate a long line in your upper body so that your shoulders are really always moving back. So you can always bend the knees to cultivate that long upper body line. Extend the knees only if it feels right. And at any time, remember, you can take breaks, yogis. You can always modify my suggestions, make up your own stuff, but always listen to your body, please. All right. We're going to build a nice, slow little flow, and then we'll run through it a few times and get nice and warm. Here we go. Inhale here. We're going to pick the right leg up in the sky and just send it up in the space behind you, doing your best to keep those hips nice and level. So the right hip is definitely level with the left. With your exhale, send that right knee forward. You're going to see if you can drop the right foot outside the right hand. Drop the back knee here so that you're in a nice little low lunge, okay? Make sure the front knee is just about over your ankle and that the back knee is very comfy because we're going to press up to a little low lunge, okay? You can use the right knee to press up, or you can just reach your hands up to the sky. Take a big breath in, stretching open the front of your body from your left knee all the way up to your armpits. Okay, with your exhale, your hands come back down under your shoulders. And then we're coming out the same way we came in. Tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee. With your inhale, swing the right leg up into the sky. 3-leg dog. Hips are level. With your exhale, right foot down, downward facing dog. Okay, walk it out a little bit. We'll run through the other side, nice and slow. And then we'll run through it a few more times once you're more familiar with it. So here's the left leg here from downward facing dog, left leg in the sky. Big breath in, 3-leg dog. Okay, exhale here, swing that left foot forward. See if you could drop it close to your left hand, outside the hand. It's okay if it takes a few steps. Okay, we're gonna drop the back knee. That's the right knee. Just take a moment to make sure your lunge feels good. The left knee is over the left ankle and the back knee is comfy. Maybe you need to pad the back knee, okay? Sometimes that makes a big difference. As you're ready, use the left knee to push up or just lift your hands to the sky. Big breath in, stretching open the front of your body in your low lunge. Okay, exhale here, bring your hands down under your shoulders, grounding in those palms. And let's come out through another 3-leg dog. So tuck the back toe, hover the back knee, and with your inhale, left leg in the sky, 3-leg dog. And exhale here, downward facing dog, all the feet down. Okay, now let's see if we could run through those 2 more times each. I'll cue everything. It'll be very familiar. Let's go. Get nice and warm here. With your inhale, right leg up in the sky. 3-leg dog, okay? Exhale to the lunge, right foot forward. Drop the back knee. Inhale, all the hands up in the sky. Stretch open the front of your body. Exhale, all the hands down. Back down to the lunge, okay? Tuck the back toes. Inhale, 3-leg dog, right leg in the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog, right foot down. Straight to the other side, friends. Inhale here, left leg in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale to the lunge, left foot forward. Drop the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Stretch open your heart. Exhale, all the hands down. Inhale, tuck the back toes. 3-leg dog, left leg up in the sky. Exhale here, downward facing dog. All the feet down. Let's do it one more time on each side, nice and slow. It's okay if you modify or do something totally different. Okay, inhaling here, right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward to the lunge. Back knee down. Maybe you keep the back knee up, who knows? Okay, inhaling here, all the hands up in the sky. Back knee up or down, stretching open your chest. Exhale, all the hands down. Okay, inhale, 3-leg dog, right leg up in the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog, right foot down. Okay, one more on the left. Inhale here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale, left foot steps forward to the lunge. Maybe you have the back knee down here. Maybe you pick it up. Who knows? Inhaling, all the hands up. Stretch that heart up and open. And exhale, all the hands down. Inhale through 3-leg dog, left leg up in the sky. And exhale here, downward facing dog, left foot down. Okay, walk out your heels for a moment here. And then as you're ready, walk to your hands and fold. Take a moment, just shaking it off. Okay. From here, go ahead and roll yourself on up to standing. And we're going to do a little bit of balancing. Okay, it's one of my favorite ways to get warm. So I'm going to face you. And if you want to step next to a wall in your home or something to touch onto for balance help, then you should absolutely do that because that's a wonderful tool. So keep in mind, sometimes just sticking a finger onto the couch or a table is a big helper. So we want to talk about alignment. Yeah, we want that long spine, tailbone pointed at the ground, always down at the ground. And we have the shoulders down. We have the longest spine, okay, that we can make. We're going to start to ground into the left foot first. Just put some grounding in it. And then start to pick up the right heel. Okay. And then we're just going to see if we can pick the right foot up off the ground entirely. And just hover in the air, maybe something like a right angle in the knee. Okay, and you can take your hands to hips here if you like, just whatever feels nice with them. Okay, a little bit strong in your left leg now, that's your standing leg. Okay, just getting to know that wobbly feeling in the left leg. We don't mind a little bit of wobble, we just embrace the wobble. Okay, so we're going to put a little bend in that left leg, the standing leg. Put a little bend in it, a single leg squat, okay? And then extend it. Nice and controlled. Another time, please. Bend, keep breathing, and extend. Very nice breath. One more time, bend. Now let's hold it right here. So what we're gonna do with this right leg, the floating leg, is we're just gonna drape it over the left and cross your knees, just like you just sat down to a fancy interview. Okay, now you have the option to put the right toes on the floor, and that's a great option if it's going to help with your balance. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you feel pretty solid in your left leg, you're going to take your right toes and actually hook them around the back of your left leg. Keep in mind that's just an option and it's not necessary. Okay. Let's take the arms out wide here, and I want you to start to squeeze your knees together and sink down into your posture. Hold and breathe, yogis. Let the legs work and get warm. Nothing wrong with a little work. So if you need a break, you can pop out and come back in at any time. No reason to force it. But enjoy that slow warming of your legs. Now let's add some arms, shall we? We're going to cross the right elbow over the left, making an X out of your arms. Yeah. Okay. And then from there, if you have tight shoulders or an injury, you're just going to grab opposite shoulders. You're just going to keep it simple. If everything's great in your shoulders today, you're going to try to braid your arms around each other and put your fingers near each other. Breathe. Squeeze your arms and legs together and pull down into your shape. I know it's challenging, and I know you can do it. One more breath here in your shape, whether it's wobbly, and then without exploding, come out controlled. Take the arms out, maybe hands back to your hips. Unhook the left leg. Ooh. Slowly extend the leg. Maybe we can push the right heel out in front, spreading open the back of the right leg. One more big breath here. Ooh, lift that right toe. And see if we could set the right foot down with control. Oh, wow. Okay, bend the knees here. Take a fold. Take a moment. Shake it off. Okay, so notice here in this fold, you can really notice, right? The left leg should be extremely soft and open on the back. And that's because we're reaping already the benefits of that long hold and that balancing standing posture. Okay, so immediate rewards in that left leg. Let's do the other side, shall we? As you're ready, roll yourself up. Let's do it. Okay, grounding into the right foot now. Just feel the grounding first before we even go anywhere with it. Okay, tailbone points down at the earth. We're strong, rooting down into the right leg. And it's almost like the left heel could come up just naturally from there. Okay, maybe hands on hips is good for now. Big chest. Okay, we'll start to float the left leg. And this in itself is just such a wonderful practice. Keeping the hips nice and level is challenging. Okay, keeping the posture is challenging. And noticing that right arch might wobble, that's good. Embrace that. That's the little stabilizer muscles getting balanced and warm. And that's what we came for. So 3 little squats here. 2 of them will be little. Actually, one of them will be quite long. Go ahead and bend into that right knee, single leg squat, just as low as you like, and then press it back up. Another, please, down and up. Now this is the one we'll hold. Come on down and hold. Let's drape the left leg over the right, just cross it over. Maybe we put the toes on the ground, and that would be fantastic and very stable. Maybe we sink down into this and we kind of tuck those left toes behind the right, okay? And with that, no matter where you are, you're gonna squeeze those knees together and start to really kind of sit down into this posture. Maybe arms out wide. I like to think of pressing the femurs, the 2 thigh bones, in toward each other here. Massaging all that leg tissue. What a great massage for your hips and the base of your spine. Yeah? Okay, embrace the wobble, friends. Play with gravity. Let's add arms, shall we? We're going to take left arm over right. We're going to wrap the 2 arms maybe, or maybe just grab the shoulders. Yeah? Take a few breaths here. Okay, the elbows, wherever they are, think of drawing them away from your nose. Okay, compressing yourself into this tiny shape. One more big breath, maybe into the backs of your shoulders, all the tissue around the back. And then let's come out with control. Extend the arms. Carefully pick that left leg up, extend all the knees. Let's see if we could shoot the left heel forward. Stretch out the back of the leg. One more big breath as you lift that left toe high and set the foot down with control. Fold all the way down. Give a moment here. Okay, now we see, or we feel rather, that the back of the right leg is just nice and warm. The fold feels fluid and natural. Balancing, so magical. From here, I'm going to turn back to the front of my mat, but we're in the same place, okay? We're going to keep going with these nice warm limbs. Palms on the floor here. Inhale and step your feet back to just a momentary plank. We won't be there very long, I promise. Remember, your plank can have your knees on the floor or off. Okay, with your exhale, pull your elbows into your spine, into your ribs, and knees up or down. Come all the way to the floor. We're going to do a little cobra heart here with your hands under shoulders. Pull your heart forward. Think of inhaling to send your heart up and forward, like a big balloon. With your exhale, bring it down. Tuck your toes and come up through hands and knees or a plank, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Okay, I want to do a couple more like that, just opening up the little heart space, both in front and back of your rib cage. Let's do that again. Inhale, find a plank, just move your heart forward. Exhale all the way down. So elbows in, knees up or down. With your hands pulling back, inhale and pull that heart up and forward. Okay, exhale here, down, either hands and knees or plank. Meet you in downward facing dog. Let's do it one more time. One final time, warming up that upper body. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. One more time, inhale to your big cobra shape. And exhale, meet you in downward facing dog. All right, walk it out here for a moment. We are nice and warm in the shoulders, friends. Nice and warm in the legs. Life is good. Let's get a little more stretchy from here. It's a great time. With your inhale, let's send the right leg up in the sky. So 3-leg dog, trying to keep the hips level. Exhale here, pull that right knee forward. Let's drop the right foot, again, outside the right hand. And drop the back knee for now. Maybe come up on your fingertips here, just because it's just gives you more space from the floor, helps your shoulders feel a little bit more spacious, maybe your hips too. Okay, and then we're gonna move the hips forward and back a few times. So you're flexing the front ankle. Okay, a dorsiflexion, so the toes are always trying to touch their own shin. So keep that nice dorsiflexion. And take a few more rocks and rolls back and forward. Starting to notice the back of the right leg, the hamstring kind of lengthening and maybe releasing tension there. Okay, next time you come up, or come forward, I should say, to your low lunge, just pause it there. And I just want to spend some time in it, but we want to add a little twist. So use that right knee to press yourself up to your low lunge. And remember in your lunge to keep both legs active against the floor. So we have both legs actively pushing down, at least a little bit, it doesn't have to be a lot. And we have the belly muscles moving strong into the spine, like you're trying to point your tailbone down. And that just keeps your low back extremely safe. So once you're in your low lunge, keep in mind you can come down at any time. You're going to put your hands together in front of your heart. We'll add a twist. So let's take the left elbow to the outer right knee and hook it on there. Give it a nice little twist. Okay, so you can push the elbow into the knee gently, of course, and respectfully, never yanking the spine in any direction. So once you're in your twist, hold and breathe. If you need to come out, hands to the floor. If all is well, press the floor a little bit more with your legs, lengthen that spine, and look over your right shoulder. Remember to breathe. Big inhales. Big exhales. All right, we moved and flowed a lot in this practice, so it's nice just to kind of be in a posture sometimes. Let's think about some things we could change the flavor here. Maybe you're perfectly happy where you are. Maybe you'd like to experiment with opening your arms wide. So you'll just extend your left elbow and touch the fingers downward. And then you'll extend your right elbow and reach the fingers upward. Okay, only if it feels nice, friends. Hold and breathe. But you can always back it up. Okay, additionally, there's a lower body variable we can play with. We can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee, but only if it feels nice. Taking deep breaths into that right hip here, twisting that spine. Maybe one more big breath in your twisty lunge, gentle or deep. Come out the way you came in, dropping the back knee if it was up. Bringing your hands back together in front of you, twisted back to center. Whew. Okay, let's take one big breath in here, all the hands up in the sky. Stretch open your chest. Then with your exhale, all the hands down under your shoulders. Let's come out through a 3-leg dog. Inhale here, right leg up in the sky. Let's pause it here. I want to introduce a little scorpion moment. So right leg is up in the sky. If you need to drop the left knee to the floor and take a break, you can do that from there. But we're going to bend the right knee and shoot the toes over to the left. So it's going to open up the right hip. But I want you to be aware of two things. Beware of the right shoulder lifting. So do your best to keep the right shoulder level with the left, please. And also beware of the left hip dropping to the left. Do your best to pull the left hip back. Okay, maybe one more breath here in scorpion pose, lifting that right knee as high as you like. Okay, with your exhale, let it go. Right foot down to the floor, downward facing dog. Let's take a little vinyasa before we go to the other side, okay? With your inhale here, move that heart forward, find a momentary plank. Exhale here and walk to your hands. Take a little fold. Inhale to roll yourself up, nice and slow. Reach up tall, lift your heart high. And with your exhale, roll it all the way down. Palms are down. Inhale, step it back to your plank. Just like we did before, exhale all the way down. Adding in a little cobra here. Inhale for your cobra, pulling your big heart open. Then exhale. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Come on up and back. Okay, friends, let's twist on the left. With your inhale, left leg up in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale here, step the left foot forward, find a lunge, left foot outside the left hand, back knee down, okay? Up into your low lunge. So you could stay down if you need to, okay? You can do up on your fingertips, perhaps, and we're gonna rock forward and back a little bit. So give your nice flex to your left foot, your left ankle. And that's just gonna give you a lovely calf stretch. And we have a nice hamstring stretch here as well as we pull back. Okay, so coming forward into your lunge next time, take a little moment to ground here. Make sure the back knee is happy. Put a little sweater there if you need to. And we're gonna bring it up. Okay, in your lunge, you're gonna be really intentional about grounding your legs. Both legs push downward, both knees pull slightly inward, and the belly muscles are keeping your low back very safe. Let's twist. Palms together. Now we have a long neck, of course. We're not slouching in our twist. And we're gonna take the right elbow to the left knee this time. Give it a nice hook on there, and then use that right elbow to twist. Look over that left shoulder. I'm gonna spin around to face you here, but we are in the same position still. Okay, so do your best to lengthen your spine. Every direction, yeah, up and down. And we're looking over that back shoulder. And we want to think about, what if we could bring the hands to the heart and the heart to the hands? I want to think of putting them together. So remember your deepest breath as you explore. We'll take several more breaths here. Okay, playing with your options. What if you decide you want to open your arms? Okay, like you're trying to show your wingspan. Remember to breathe. You may also decide you want to tuck that back toe and hover that back knee, just bringing a little bit more leg into your life here. Do your best to lift that back kneecap and twist. Maybe one more breath here in your twisted lunge. Come out the order you came in, okay? Dropping the back knee if it was up. Bring your hands back through center here, bringing that twist through center. Inhale, all the hands up, stretch, open your front. Then exhale, all the hands down. Back to your lunge. Okay, inhale here, bring it up to 3-leg dog. So that left leg's gonna go up in the sky, but then let's pause it there. Okay, pause. Bend the left knee. Point the toes to the right. But as you do that, pull back on the right hip. Don't let the right hip sink over to the right. Okay, do you notice the difference when you pull back? I sure do. As you continue to pull back on that right hip, drop into the left shoulder so that your shoulders are level with each other. That's where we want to be, lifting that left knee, maybe for one more breath in your scorpion. And then let it go. All the feet down, downward facing dog. Let's take that little in-between vinyasa one more time. You'll recognize it. Inhale and find a plank. Exhale, walk to your hands. Fold. Inhale, roll it up. Lift that heart. Exhale, hinge it down. Hands to the floor. Inhale, step it back to your plank. And exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale for your cobra shape. Pull on the mat. Pull that heart up. And exhale all the way down, up to downward facing dog. Our last downward facing dog of this practice. But just want to come up one more time and call your attention to how different it feels. It should feel like a completely different downward facing dog. We've really opened up the backs of the legs. We've really opened up the shoulders today, and the spine should feel nice and free. As you are ready, go ahead and walk to your hands. Take a little walk. Okay, when you get there, bend your knees, hang your head, and just fold. Might feel good, friends, to join your hands behind your back and move them away from you. Big stretch for the front of your shoulders. Okay, time for us to start cooling it down, bringing the energy back down to the floor. Let the breath slow down. Let your heart rate slow down too. Okay, as you're ready, we're going to bring the hands back to the floor. Bend your knees here and come all the way down to a seat. You can shake your legs out in front of you. We're going to roll down to the ground, okay? So scoot your feet to the end of your mat. If, like me, you tend to scoot yourself off your mat somehow. Okay, and then put a little bend in your knees, and then start to round your spine on purpose, pointing your tailbone at your toes, okay? You can reach towards your toes and use the weight of your arms to roll down slowly, taking your time. I like to think of a snake spine all the way down, snaky. You can reach out long when you get there, but don't get too comfortable yet because we're going to go back up, okay? So with your exhale, see if you could go up in reverse, using your hands to reach yourself forward. Maybe you use a little boost of your elbows or your hands on the floor, who knows? But rolling up to reach towards your feet, maybe you even reach a little bit further than you started last time. And then again, inhale, roll yourself back, snaky spine. And exhale, roll it all the way back up. Okay, nice and controlled, reaching as far as feels nice, as far as feels good, okay? Let's do it one more time. Inhale, forward, inhale, back. And exhale, forward. rolling it back up. Okay, this time when you roll and you fold forward, put a really nice bend in your knees and let your arms kind of hug your legs. You can let your spine drape over your thighs. But even though your spine is rounding, try to keep it a little bit long, like your heart is still moving toward your feet. So rounding with lengthening added to it. And I just want to give you a few minutes to breathe here, a few moments. So breathing into the back of your body. Hug your legs. And you can extend them if you want to, of course. Maybe taking one more big breath here in this lovely little forward fold, stretching open all of your back body tissues and compressing your front. As you're ready, you're going to roll yourself up and all the way down, just like we did before. And this time we will stay. Okay. Take your arms into a little cactus shape when you land, bent at the elbows and your palms facing up. Okay. And we're going to bring the knees to point up at the sky. Step those feet by your hips. And then we'll just take some windshield wipers here, pointing the knees to one side and then the other. Nice and easy. Should feel good. Little windshield wipers after all the work we did today. Okay, next time your knees come to one side, just leave them there. Drop them either lightly, or you could more press them down if you wanted to by kind of drawing the knees downward. Yogi's choice. We're going to look over in the opposite direction. So when you look away from your knees, you just bring the twist all the way from the bottom to the top of your spine. And of course, the more deeply you can breathe in your twist, the better. As you're ready, bring those knees through center, drop them to the other side, just in the other direction. Of course, look away from your knees, and we'll settle in here for a few breaths. Just breathing deeply, letting your body cool down, and closing out your practice. Okay, bring those knees back into center here. One more hug here for yourself. You're going to bring those knees in, give them a really nice squeeze towards your chest. So you can do one knee at a time. You can do them together, but take some time as you squeeze those knees in towards your chest, a little or a lot. See if you could perceive your low back releasing and kind of smooshing out toward the ground. Okay, whenever you're ready, we're going to release that knee hug. Extend the legs nice and long. Extend your arms beside you. It is time to rest. So welcome to Shavasana. Okay, you want to flip those palms up to the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades really nicely underneath your rib cage so that the rib cage feels broad. You can let the feet flop dramatically out away from each other so the hips are externally rotated. Just give your breath a little time to really return to a natural pace. Very soft and effortless. Let your body be the same, soft and effortless. You're paying special attention to the path of your breath in your nose, in your throat, in your lungs. Noticing all the sounds and sensations of breath, but also in this moment. This is a wonderful time while you're letting your body rest. This is a great time to practice the skill of being present. Pay attention to exactly how the moment unfolds. If you notice thoughts arise, acknowledge the thoughts. See them. Bring your awareness back to the moment. And notice that distinction between you, the observer. You are the observer. Notice the difference between you and the thoughts. You observe the thoughts. They are not you. You are not the thoughts. Separate. In this place of observing the thoughts, we can stay more present in the moment. We can connect more deeply to a feeling of harmony. Allow your body to soften more and more as you rest. Notice if there's any tension hiding anywhere. Spend some time noticing and releasing any of that. Jaw, maybe. Hands, maybe. Please rest just like this for as long as you can. If you could take a nap, perfect. But this is where I'll leave you for our practice today. Thanks so much, yogis.